Hi everybody, namaste and welcome to yet another beginner's yoga class. Let's start by stretching the legs out to the front. Relax the hands to the mat behind and tap out the back of the legs and the knees. Separate the feet and point your toes to the front and pull the toes back as you kick the heels. And continue this. Point the toes, kick the heels, and point the toes, kick the heels. Separate the feet wider, let the toes touch, and draw big circles with the ankles. Just simple ankle rotations in one direction. And go ahead and change direction. Nice and easy. From here, come into a tabletop position or an all fours position. If you need a padding underneath the knees, please feel free to use a folded blanket or a towel. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, round the back and the spine. Inhale, offer the heart forward, expand the front of the chest. Exhale, tilt the pelvis as you round the spine. Breathe in, lift the heart, lift the sitting bones. Exhale, round as you gaze towards the belly button. Come to neutral. From here, turn your hands so the thumbs face outwards and the fingers face towards the knees. Shift the weight forward, breathe in. Breathe out, reach back as if you're going into child's pose, but we're not. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, reach back as far as you can, maintaining the wrists onto the mat. One more. And from here, bring yourself back to center. Turn your fingers to face forwards. Reach the right leg out behind, lift the foot hip height and stretch your opposite left arm to the front. Push the floor away with the right palm and draw the belly button slightly in. Breathe. Release the hand in the knee and switch. Stretch the left leg, stretch the right arm. You can choose to look forward or down towards the left thumb or the mat. Release the hand and the knee. Switch, right leg, left arm. Option to stay here and breathe freely, or bend the back knee, find the foot with your left hand and lift the knee away from the mat. Heel away from the hip. Balance and release the hand and the knee. Switch, left leg out behind, right arm to the front. Option to stay here, find your balance and breathe. Option to bend your back knee. Reach the right arm behind you, find the foot and reach and extend. Release the hand and the knee. From here, reach back into a downward facing dog as you lift the hips, pedal out the feet, bend your left knee, stretch out the right leg. Bend your left knee, move your chest and your weight back. And switch. And switch again. Really to pedal out the backs of the leg to stretch out the hamstrings, lift the heels, bend your knees. Move your weight back, your nose back towards your knees, your hips up. And from there, stretch out through the legs. Walk your feet in between the hands. Separate the feet, bend your knees slightly and grab on to opposite elbows. Nice and easy passive forward bend. And unroll up into stand. As you straighten, float the arms up, breathe in. Exhale, palms touch in front of your heart center. Bring the feet together or hip width apart. We'll start with our sun salutations. Inhale, arms sweep up and out to the sides. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees in the first one. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins, lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank position. Lower the knees, chest and hips to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, lift the heart center. And lift your palms away from the mat here. Lower the palms, lower the forehead, push up into a modified plank or high plank. Reach back, downward facing dog. Hips peel back and up. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Gaze in between your hands, step your feet in between the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend, release the neck. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, palms touch in front of the heart. 2 more, just like this. Breathe in, arms sweep up. Breathe out, forward bend to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back, plank position, hands underneath the shoulders. Lower the knees, chest, hips to the floor. Inhale, cobra pose, rise up, lift the palms. Exhale, lower to the floor. Push up and back into downward facing dog and breathe. Let your fingers spread. Let your breath be natural and free. Let your weight shift back as you ground the heels to or towards the floor. Gaze forward, step feet in between the hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend forwards. Inhale, feet press down as you raise the arms up. Exhale, palms touch. 1 more. Breathe in, arms wave up. Breathe out, swan dive to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back into plank, heels high. Lower knees, chest, hips to the mat. Breathe in, rise up, cobra pose. Lift the palms. Exhale, lower to the floor and push up and back into downward facing dog. Take your time, keep these movements smooth and fluid. Breathe in your downward facing dog. Remember, if the heels don't reach the floor, that's fine. Lift the heels, bend the knees, lengthen your spine. Let the priority be a nice straight spine. Gaze forward, feet up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, palms touch in front of your heart center. Release the hands and take a moment. Allow yourself to witness all that arises in the body, perhaps in the mind, and just observe. And from here, open the eyes, step your left foot back, take a long stance, large enough stride, bend the front knee and reach the arms up to the ceiling into a warrior 1 position. So the knee is over the ankle, the back leg is straight, and the breath is free. You can have the arms separate or palms touching, both are fine. Straighten the leg, breathe in, breathe out, fold forward. You can place your hands on 2 blocks or palms on the mat. Attempt to have both legs as straight as you comfortably can as you bring the chest to or towards the thigh. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands on the hips and come up into stand. Interlock the hands behind you, rebend your front knee. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, fold forward. Reach with your arms interlaced up and over. The front knee stays bent while the back leg is straight. Breathe in, lift the chest, come out of the pose. Exhale, release the hands, turn your toes to the left long edge of the mat. Inhale, lift the heart center. Exhale, fold forward. Place the hands onto blocks or on the mat. And walk your fingers in line with your toes. Hands about shoulder width. Bend your elbows if available to bring the top of the head to or towards the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, place the hands on your hips. Breathe in, press up into stand. And breathe out, turn your right toes to the front. Place the palms on the mat. Step back, plank position, inhale. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, rise up, cobra pose. Exhale, reach back, downward facing dog. Realign, readjust here. Now step the left foot in between your hands. Flatten the back foot at a diagonal. Inhale, raise the arms up and bend deeply in the front knee. Warrior One position. Feel the action of the lift of the pubic bone towards the navel center. You can have the arms shoulder width apart or palms touch. Straighten the front leg, breathe in, breathe out, fold forward. Feel the stretch along the back of your left leg. You feel the stretch along the hamstring. The back leg is straight, heel grounding down onto the mat. Bend your front knee, lift the chest, interlace the hands behind you. Humble warrior, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Either bring the chest towards the thigh or bring the left shoulder on the inside of the bent left knee. Press the feet down, breathe and come up. Exhale, hands on the hips. Turn the toes to the right long edge of the mat. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head to or towards the mat. Inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, hands in the hips. Breathe and come up into stand. And exhale, turn the left toes to the front, hands to the floor. Step back into a plank position. Nice and easy, breathe in. Exhale to the mat. Focus on the breath. Inhale as you lift the chest. Exhale, reach back into a downward facing dog. Remember, the mind may tend to wander, and if it does, bring the awareness, the attention back to the breath, focusing on the movements, and rest in child's pose hips to the heels, knees to the mat. From here, come into an all fours position. Take a plank pose, roll the heels to the right side and step your left foot mid-mat. Lift the side waist, left hand on the hip or left arm straight up to the ceiling in a supported side plank option. Release the palm down, zip back into plank and switch sides. Turn the heels to the left. Pick up the right foot, place it mid-mat with the knee bent. Lift the side waist, right hand on the right hip or right arm straight up to the sky. Release the hand to the floor, step back plank position. Breathe in. Exhale, knees, chest, hips to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. And from here we take sphinx pose. So lower the elbows or bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. And lift the chest as you spread through the collarbones. From here, interlock the hands and lift the waist and the hips and the knees off the mat into an elbow plank. Squeeze the legs towards each other. Hold. Lower the knees, lower the hips. Inhale. And exhale, release to the floor. So Sphinx and elbow plank is a nice little combination to add in your practice. Sphinx is a nice therapeutic back bend, and elbow plank really strengthens the anterior core. Stretch your arms out to the back in line with your hips, palms down. Breathe in, lift the upper body, lift the chest, lift the arms up. Keep your feet and lower body planted on the floor. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release. Once again, inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the arms. This time, lift the legs. Point your toes towards the back of the room. Maintain a long neck and lower down to the floor. Locust pose, one of my favorite mild back bends to offer in class and in my own practice. It's lesser range of motion, but it's more effort and it builds back strength. Interlace the hands behind you. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the legs. Breathe in. And exhale to lower down to the floor, release. From here, come into an all fours position. Round the back like a cat to exaggerate the rounding. Drop the head. And reach back, child's position. Bring the hands by the side of the knees, come up and stretch the legs to the mat in front. Maintain the feet together. You can tap out the back of the legs if you wish. Bend your left knee, bring the sole of the foot to touch the right inner thigh. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Chest to thigh. Release the back of your neck and breathe. Inhale to create space. Exhale to move into that space created. Breathe and lift the chest, and exhale, straighten the leg and switch. Bend your right knee, sole of the foot touches the left inner thigh. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Give yourself 1 or 2 more breaths here. And bring yourself out of the pose. Stretch the legs to the mat in front. And switch. Bend the left knee, and this time we take a side stretch. So with the left knee bent, face the chest towards the left knee. Reach the left arm out to the side, inhale, and exhale, lean across over the right leg. Shine the left side of the rib cage up towards the sky. And you may use the right hand to find the outer edge of the foot or the shin. And this is a lovely side stretch, especially to stretch the lower area of the back on the side, which we don't really often do a lot of side stretches. And so I love adding these stretches in class. Stretch out the leg and come out and switch. Other leg, right foot, left inner thigh. Left hand to the shin, right arm to the side. Breathe in and exhale to the side. So now you're stretching the entire right side line of the body. And this lateral stretch is really nice. Every opportunity I get, I love adding side stretches in class, whether it's a regular Hatha Vinyasa flow class or if it's a prenatal class, because it really helps stretch the tiny muscles, intercostals in between the ribs that help you breathe better. So I really love side stretches. And they have a bit of a lazy feel to it as well, which can also be a bit relaxing, I think. From here, come back to center, release. Stretch the right leg to the mat in front. Cross legs, so the right shin is in front of the left shin. And heels lined up with the knees. Sit on a block if you need to. Walk your hands forward and rest your forehead on a block or on fists of hands or onto the mat. And maintain your sitting bones rooted onto the mat. Imagine that you've got tiny little anchors attached to your sitting bones so they stay rooted onto the mat. So even as you fold forward, as far forward as you go, keep the hips stuck to the mat. And come out of the pose. Uncross and switch left shin in front of the right. Hands to the front, inhale. And exhale, reach forward. And bring yourself out of the pose. Stretch out the legs and come to lie onto your backs. Bring the knees to the chest. You can choose to massage your back right to left, front to back, draw circles, or just simply take a moment to feel the back onto the mat. Happy baby pose. Use the hands to find the outer or the inner edges of your feet. And bend your elbows to bring the knees to or towards the floor. From here, release the feet, arms to the sides, inhale. Exhale, send both knees to the right side. Bring the knees to the center, inhale. Exhale, send both knees to the left side. Bring the knees back to center. Straighten the legs up to the ceiling, hands by the side of the hips or underneath the hips. Allow your eyes to fall close as you breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. As we inch towards our Shavasana, let your eyes turn inward. Let your breath be softer, longer. Let your movements be more mindful, subtle. Release the legs. Place the feet on the mat, knees bent, hands by the side. Inhale, elevate the hips up to the ceiling for bridge pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to release down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides. Let the spine find a neutral position. And you can choose to stay in this reclined cobbler's pose, Supta Baddha Konasana, for the rest of your Shavasana. Or if you wish to take a regular Shavasana, go ahead and stretch the legs out to the mat in front. Of course, if you wish to pause this video and rest for as long as you need to for today, please feel free to do that as well. And now gradually close the knees together. Reach the arms up and over the head. Give yourself a nice good stretch. Bend your knees, roll to one side. Take your time transitioning from lying on the back to the side to seated. Take your comfortable seats. Take a moment to set the intention to have a fulfilling day today as you bring the palms to touch. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I shall see you on the next video. Ciao.